name is Samuel Hamilton. I'm a third-year student at Avalon University for sword making, and this is my documentary about Blade Aid.
Here at Avalon University, we are extremely dedicated to fostering our students' talents and helping them hone their skills. Unfortunately, due to a few bad years, our board of directors recently announced that unless we raise $150,000 by the end of the semester, we will be forced to close our doors. Luckily, we have reached out to a few of our more prominent alumni, and they have agreed to help the school raise the funding necessary by hosting a Blade Expo called Blade Aid. Preston Henderson and Jimmy Walker have agreed to headline the event, and we're hoping for a few other alumni to help round out the bill. It should prove to be quite an interesting evening.
All right, the majority of this documentary is going to be focusing on trying to bring Jimmy Walker and Preston Henderson together. All right, these two are literally the gods of sword making. They created the first, they're going to create the last. Problem is, they hate each other. So, the majority of this documentary is going to be focusing on me trying to get them together. We don't know how it's going to go, but best of luck. Samuel Hamilton, it's really an honor. So I sat down with Jimmy and Preston to get their views on Blade Aid and what drove them apart. Hamilton, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So when I was about 12, my parents found this summer camp called Knights of the Round Cabin.
The interest in it started at about 12 when you go in there and you learn the entry level business about what historical reference they had, which stories they used swords in, and then it was the next year and the year after that you really got all the hands-on.
Okay.
And there were 12 cabins. They were all named after one of the 12 knights of King Arthur. We were in the Sir Lancelot cabin.
So you guys have had a long history then?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just assumed that you met here, but that makes more sense.
Yeah. Actually, Preston is the one that found this school. And he joked about going here, but I thought, actually that's a really good career path for us.
A sword, just the blade and a handle, anybody can do that. If you want to add your own little artistic flow to it, you have to put your own touch on it.
Tension had kind of been building. Preston doesn't agree with me about a lot of things about sword making. He thinks you can the blade doesn't matter, and that the hilt is where the real artistry comes in.
Okay.
And I do agree with him. Like, there is a beautiful artistry to...
There's a lot more design.
To hilts, a lot more design into it. But, the best thing about a sword is the blade. Like, that's the important part of it. And I don't like subpar work on swords.
I read one of our books. It referenced Jimmy Walker being the primary bladesmith, and then you being the primary hilt master.
Now, are you asking me questions or are you quoting books to me? Because if you want my opinion on it, I make swords. I don't make handles. What Jimmy does, I don't know. But I make swords. That's why I'm here.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you at all.
You didn't offend me. You just asked something stupid.
This school is just so important. Avalon really gave me a place to be. Really to just be myself. There are kids like me that are outcasts of society that get to come and be who they are here. And I can't imagine a world without Avalon. And that's why this is so important, is that someone needs to be there for these kids, and Avalon was there for me.
My name is Margie Manicotti.
Oh, I'm Wendy Walker.
I wouldn't say Jimmy or Preston's better at making the blade or the hilt. Maybe just one of them's a little more experienced at each part.
What do you mean by that?
No, I don't make swords, but I support my husband 100%.
The meetup between Preston and Jimmy. Well, I think that Jimmy will be rude as always, throwing his nerdy science in everybody's face.
Now that is a concern to have. Negativity can be very powerful in large quantities, but I believe if we go forward with as much positive energy and really just striving to achieve a good connection, then all will end well.
I said don't get me started. I obviously don't want to talk about it. He was...
Tone it down.
Excuse me, this is my interview, alright?
You're in my house. Answer the man's question. Get him out of
Oh,
here.
your house?
Get him out.
I will not be a Blade Aid. I do not like to be around such negativity, especially the negativity that fighting and swordplay brings.
Not anymore. He's getting confused all in his head. He's just saying random
I'm get-
words now.
Every
like he
time you
always
talk, you
says.
string
Yeah,
random
yeah,
words.
Yeah,
Knock
just
it off.
random words.
Listen.
All you say. Don't even know what you're saying
I
anymore.
could just walk out of here right now. I'd have...
Finally, December 24th, Blade Aid had arrived. There's no one really here yet. I'm here a little early, but you can see, guys, go ahead and show the parking lot. There's no one here at all. There's a truck, but that's, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully people will show up. I know that Jimmy and Preston are on their way. They should be here shortly. So hopefully we'll get some good footage of them, making up. It'll be good. All right.
We have just gotten word that due to some poor planning and even worse scheduling issues, we will be forced to cancel Blade Aid. I personally will make sure that the chowderhead who can't read a calendar and scheduled the event for Christmas Eve will be calling all of the confirmed guests and talent to explain to them why he is an idiot.
Yeah, I can't get a hold of anybody at all. Yeah, I don't know what. I can't get a hold of anyone. All the doors are locked. Guys, cut.
Apparently, the fool also has no idea how to read a phone book.
Nothing? No. I'm not driving all the way here for nothing. It's bad enough you wasted my time just with the interviews. Now, if there's nobody here in about the next 5 seconds, you're not gonna be here. I ain't kidding. You. Done. Get out.
No. All right. So Jimmy and Preston met, and when they realized that Blade Aid was canceled, they got pretty mad. Then they got violent, and then they used their swords and broke my camera. So I'm currently hiding in a hallway, hoping that they don't come in and make it worse.